Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We are so excited that we are only 3 weeks away from our virtual day of discovery, March 5th through the 11th. We've had quite a few people ask us, what are we going to learn at Day of Discovery? And so we'll tell you a couple of things.
Yeah, we got a lot of things.
Yeah, we're going to talk about healing from the inside out. We're going to talk about inner voice, mind sync, hub connection.
Red light therapy.
Yes, red light therapy.
We're going to dip into that. We're going to talk about connections in reports and how to read reports, better understand reports.
How to find patterns in your reports.
It's always important to dive a little bit deeper into that. We're going to muscle testing.
We talk about muscle testing. Yep. We're going to talk to somebody who brings on a ton of new people all the time and find out what she is doing in her business. And I think one of the main attractions is we are doing a huge, I don't want to say change. We're bringing something really new to the scanner that will blow your mind. That plus a whole lot more. Those are just a few things that we're doing. This day of discovery is going to be one that you will want to be at.
And it's always where you hear it first too.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously try to get the messages out, and for those who attend, they help get the messages out, but you don't want to be 3 months late to this one.
That's right.
You want to be there and get this. And it's just a fun reminder even of why you're here.
That's right.
You get to dive deeper.
So your tickets are available in your back office. And like we said a couple of weeks ago, you can still get the 2025 event package. And that's how you save the most on your virtual day of discovery and also coming to the live event in Provo. And that's in September. Okay.
It's February.
It is February. What are we doing in February?
In February, if you bring on anybody new with a subscription and a bundle, that new person is going to get, it's February, it's the month of the heart, it's heart month, it's the love month, right? We're going to support that with Pulse. That new person will get Pulse as a part of their enrollment when they enroll that way.
That's great. We love it. So look forward to that. And then also remember that you as the enroller will get extra cash this quarter. When you bring on 3 people, you get an extra $50. When you bring on 6 people, you get an extra $250. So making it a total of $300 on top of all the other bonuses that you earn. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know what we had last month?
Last month, January.
Yeah. Rank advancements.
We just had our commission run, so
we did.
Everybody got to see those.
Yeah.
These are the new people that broke rank. We had lots of bronzes.
Yes.
We had some silvers.
And some golds. And
platinums. Couple platinums.
Yeah.
Alan Stanley, great job.
And Marianne Node. And both of them are coming to our leadership retreat in June.
Are they? It's going to be a great one at Sundance.
That's right.
You know what? I say this every month, but if you're new, I hope that you recognize, at least let me point it out. Those people that you just saw on those lists, they did that for 3 months. It took 3 months to break a rank. You get the benefits and you hit a rank when you hit the rank the very first time, but by breaking it, you're at a new level, right? And that consistency, there's bonuses tied to that and some other benefits, but that is no small feat.
Let's talk about our top enrollers. And I think our first place is on her way to a new rank because holy smokes. All right, this is for the week of February 3rd through the 9th.
No ties.
No ties. In second place, we have Simeon Hernandez. Now, Simeon just joined Solex last month.
Good job, Simeon. Already in second place. Fantastic. And Ann Hessian in first place with 13.
I think last week she had 15?
Yeah.
Or 14?
On fire.
And now she has 13. Are you kidding?
On fire.
Great.
What are you doing?
Job. Yeah, we want to know what you're doing. You shouldn't do that because that's what lands you on Day of Discovery.
Yeah, we're like, okay.
You got to come in.
Track her down.
All right, our contest from last week is what do you think is your most valuable health hack?
And we're giving away Think, right?
3 of you are going to win Think. There are a lot of entries.
That is one of my favorites.
Yes.
So here we go.
I take it every single day.
Health hacks coming. Here we go. This is Chris K.
Let us know who you are.
Yeah, let us know who you are. My favorite health hack is to go outside as the sun is rising so I have natural light in my eyes before any other lighting. It has definitely reset my circadian rhythm. I do that too.
You do that.
I love doing that. And it's different. It is completely different. And he knows his stuff, Krista or she. They know their stuff.
Yes.
Because it's the light in the eyes has a specific reaction and benefit for getting that natural sunlight in the eyes early in the morning. But
awesome.
powerful stuff.
Well, you're getting Think. Chris, as soon as you tell us who you are. All right. This one is Sue Pine. My number one health hack is to use the Suffy Dot sleep playlist before bed. I imprint first and then broadcast it while I get ready for bed. It makes for restful sleep and a great next day. Love that. I do that too.
Great job. All right, last one with the Think health hack. Here it is. I think I have
a lot in
two. I got one. Okay, here we go. All right. Julie
Seglia.
Seglia. Julie.
He said Millily. He meant Seglia.
Sorry, Julie. All right, most valuable health hack using the AO scan. It's the Swiss Army knife for wellness, but better. It all comes down to this. At the root of every issue is a frequency, and the AO scan has the frequencies needed to balance and harmonize the body like nothing else. I 1000% agree with you.
I love how Julie talks about AO scan. She has really great ways to present it. So anyway, congratulations to all three of you. You are getting Think. And now we are turning the time over to Deb Bruce.
So let's jump into lymphatics tonight. Just going to give you a short overview with some suggestions on what to do when you are using your scanner for the lymphatic system. And you can just expand on it from there, take the suggestions from tonight and just get ideas and just go from there. So from some of you, it's going to just be a review. Other people, some of these things will be brand new. But whatever you take from tonight, just do some research and expand on it, and you'll find that you're able to help the people that you're scanning with their lymphatic system. So when you're scanning, what are you going to see? Well, here on the first slide, the first PDF, you're going to see the body as a whole with lymphatics. And you're going to want to look mainly for your 1s and 9s, areas that there's lack of activity or frequency suggesting that there's inflammation. So other areas, you're going to have lots of views in your scanner of the entire lymphatic systems. I'm just giving you an example here. Here's a second PDF that shows the lymphatic system in the head. And this can be really useful for people that have perpetual sinus issues, that have been recently having some dental issues. A lot of times, even with gut issues, the sinuses will end up being inflamed, and a lot of the lymphatics will start showing up as having 1s and 9s. Now, most people think of just when they're new to the lymphatic system, they just think about lymph nodes, maybe swollen glands in the neck, lymph nodes, maybe a lymph node under the armpits. But as you just saw, the lymphatic system is just an extraordinary network within the whole body. There are a lot of things that can affect the lymphatic system. We're just going to consider a few tonight, like I said, and give you clues of what to do when you're using your scanner. So here you can see that one of the things that can affect the lymphatics a lot is stress, okay? Think about the last few years. It's just been stressful. It's just been a crazy world for the last few years, and people are just facing things left and right that are stressing out their system. And this can just have a major effect on how the lymphatic system ends up operating. So one of the areas that can be affected by stress is the spine. And the spine can have such a huge effect on the whole body as far as the ability of the brain to communicate with the rest of the body, and for all the organs, glands, systems, lymphatics to send back the signal for what is needed, that one of the areas that can affect the spine, the lymphatic system a lot, is the spine. So go ahead and start paying attention to the spine as far as in connection with the lymphatics. One of the reasons being that when people are under a lot of stress, one of the things that gets reduced is the trace minerals. Their body starts using up all the trace minerals to deal with the stress. And one of the things that helps the spine hold adjustments is trace minerals. So even under stress, you can start to see a degradation of how the spine can hold adjustments, even if somebody is getting spinal care due to the stress. And then this in turn can affect the lymphatic system. And don't we just see a lot of people that are just having a lot of back issues, especially after the last few years? And a lot of this is from stress, from lack of trace minerals, from just the effect on the spine itself, day to day from the stress, even poor quality sleep because of the stress. So what do we want to think about when it comes to the lymphatics as far as other things that you can look at in your scanner? Well, one of the things that you can do is you can go to vitals and you can look at the endocrine system, because what's going to be dealing with a lot of stress in the body is the adrenals. And so when you go to the endocrine system and you start looking at the parts that are involved in the endocrine system, then the adrenals, when they're under stress, are going to show up in vitals as having that imbalance. And that in turn, stress is going to affect the lymphatic system. So how would this affect the lymphatic system? Well, it would affect it where it's kind of like when you're under a lot of stress and you don't have enough trace minerals, it's kind of like taking the top off of your head and then putting in Jell-O and bouncing up and down and having the lymphatic system just get thick. And so if you think about the fact that the lymphatic system is responsible for transporting nutrients, taking away waste from the cells, and that it surrounds all the cells, this can have a major impact on the lymphatics starting to get where they can't function to their true capacity because of the stress and because of that, the lymphatics getting thicker. Another way that it can affect the body is as the lymphatics get thicker, there's starting to be more and more reports that the pressure of the lymphatics on the arteries and the veins and the capillaries makes it where blood pressure actually has to go up under stress because it's harder for the blood to get through that circulatory system. So here you have it where the stress affects the lymphatics and then the lymphatics affect the circulatory system. So another place that you could look is you can look in vitals under the toxins that are in the body. When you look at the toxin capability that is listed in vitals, you're able to fairly quickly narrow down what it is that is bothering the person. And right there, you can have it where you can see if stress is actually causing a real effect on the body toxicity-wise, which automatically you could think of would be affecting both the lymphatic system and affecting the circulatory system. So what do you do at this point? Well, the lymphatic system is going to need support. It's going to need support from a lot of different angles. And so when you look at all the organs, glands and systems of the body, and then look in particular at the areas that are involved with the lymphatic system, you can see why major support would just be a really important thing to have. And so when you look at the network of lymphatics, you see here a PDF that shows some of the lymphatics of the body, but just think about the fact that what it's showing in this picture here, it's like that throughout the whole system. And so this is just a very, very vast system that is totally going to need support, particularly under high stress and when the body gets depleted of trace minerals. So what's an area that you can look to find what support is needed, what suggestions are needed? Well, one of the things that you can do is do your inner voice with the heart so that it does the vitals in the background. And you can see on this example that's shown here that under the suggestions, trace minerals showed up 3 times, reduced stress showed up, the need for spinal care showed up, all the things that we've already talked about that helps with the lymphatic system. And then causes, when you look at the causes in the illustration, it does speak about stress, and another one, dehydration. Water plays an incredible importance with the lymphatic system. If you are dehydrated, then think of the lymphatic system as functioning as if you're walking around almost like a piece of beef jerky. Now, if you do the visual, I do this with a lot of people I work with, if you think about a piece of beef jerky trying to function, it doesn't function very well. Whereas when you think of a system that is well hydrated and has the fluid and the movement that it needs because of the hydration, isn't it easier for that system to transport the nutrients and to take away the waste? So hydration would be an important thing to do. Another place that you could look is body systems. Run the lymphatics. See what it says as far as just running that actual system. And when you look here, ways to improve your lymphatic frequency statistics, look at the suggestions. Well, part of those suggestions, again, is water and exercise and boosting the immune system. The lymphatic system really depends upon water, exercise, and movement. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. Think of your circulatory system. It has the heart that constantly moves the blood and has a pump. Well, your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. So it relies on you to drink enough water, have enough trace minerals, and do enough movement. One of the things that helps a lot of people is to simply brisk walking as a good start. Others use a rebounder to bounce, because the bouncing up and down on a rebounder does a G-force that forces the valves in the lymphatic system to open and close and to circulate better. So that's just a couple of many suggestions that you could look into that'll help that lymphatic system. The one that we just talked about too is water. Clean water, enough water. Oftentimes electrolytes are needed in order to have the correct magnesium, sodium, potassium ratio to have the water absorbed by the body and used properly. This is really crucial for your lymphatic system. So really keep in mind those trace minerals, the movement, and the hydration. Exercise, like we just talked about. Exercise as far as getting those lymphatics to be moving, to have the nutrients and the waste being transported properly, to help the body with oxygen, to get it where the circulatory system is working. And they're just so interrelated. And these are just a few of the suggestions of what you can do. And what you'll find with your scanning in the suggestions and in the causes for helping that lymphatic system. So another important part that you have to consider is that the T cells and the B cells. The T cells and B cells, which are a type of lymphocyte, they rely on circulating in the lymphatic system, and they play a crucial role in the immune system. And they're all within the network of the lymph nodes, the spleen, and the other lymphatic tissue. So it's really, really important to take care of your lymphatic system in order to assist and elevate your immune system. And we saw in that other slide that it said to boost the immune system as one of the suggestions. So here you have to figure that boosting that lymphatic system as suggested in that scan is going to help the T cells and the B cells to do their work. And then don't forget the chemistry section that you now have that you can do that is in your scanner. Just this one slide on under body systems for chemistry on the white blood cells and the function that they have is just precious as far as how you can help your system, especially going into winter, going into flu season, going into a time when the lymphatic system really needs to be at peak performance in order to help the immune system. So that's just a few of the suggestions of what you can look at in your scanner. We've really just skimmed the surface on what you can do, but your scanner can just consistently, with the 1s and the 9s in the lymphatic system, and looking at the circulatory system as well is another thing you could do, always checking the spine to see what's going on. See if the suggestions coming up when you're doing the inner voice and when you're doing the inner voice with the heart, when you're doing the body system, see if it's consistently saying trace minerals, chiropractic, hydration, boost the immune system. And then you know exactly that that system just really needs some assistance. So just as another point, think about what you have in your back office. I've just shown a few things here. I went through the back office, and there literally is almost every single item that is in your back office that is something that you can use to help with the lymphatic system. So start looking at what part of the lymphatic system is needing assistance. You know that you've got gold if you need trace minerals. You know that you've got the mat that helps with the whole body with all types of things having to do with the lymphatic system. We have new things that have come out that would assist the lymphatic system as well. You have the RF cleanse with the feet. You've got what you can put in the water to help make it where it's the proper kind of water to drink with the sticks. This is just a few examples of what I found. So take what you've heard tonight and then do the research to expand on some of the suggestions, and then make sure that you pay attention to what you have in your back office that also can be a support and just really help you boost that lymphatic system. So we love scanning. The lymphatic system is just one of the many things that the scanner can help, but it is an integral part of having your frequencies be optimal and having good health. And really, isn't that why we scan? Because one scan at a time and one person at a time, we're increasing where their frequencies are at, and we're helping them have better health.
Okay, if you're watching this on Wednesday night, it's 2 more days, and it's your favorite day of the year.
It is. It's Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day.
And so the giveaway today has got to be around things that we love, maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
How about we ask them to show the love?
Oh.
Tell us what you are grateful for. It is always good to show gratitude and to be grateful for what we have. Sometimes, we feel like things aren't going our way. But if you sit down and you just start listing the things that you're grateful for in your life, man, perspective changes.
I talked to a group recently about that, and we were just kind of discussing, or at least I was talking. They were listening. It wasn't a discussion. And dang it, that usually happens to me. I'm so sorry. But what we were doing was talking about, you're striding through life, and sometimes there are those roadblocks, right? And sometimes you feel like you're just trying to trudge your way through the struggles, wondering if there's going to be a more firmer foundation and there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. And I think a great advice to me and to everyone generally is, what will help carry you through that process? Often I have found that when you do find the things that you're grateful for in your situation, it's not that the situation changes at all. It's just what you're focused on totally changed and allowed you to see things with a better light, a new light on them. Right. So if it's not going perfectly well, it's all right. It'll get better. Find those things you're grateful for. If it is going perfectly well, you have all the means in the world then to say thank you and to be grateful for what you have. So
tell us what you're grateful for. Don't put it in the live chat. If you're watching this on the premiere, put it in after the weekly update is over. And we're going to give 3 winners next week. This bracelet, you want one? I have 2.
Yes, the rose.
This is the rose quartz beaded bracelet, and we will send 3 out to 3 winners next week. Hope you have a great week. I have no idea what's next. Oh, the contest. Sorry, Jake.
Okay.
We could have done that so smoothly, and now Jake has to fix it at the same time.
That's all right.